Alright, I want to apologize first right off the bat. Because what I'm going to talk about may sound offending to some people, but I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm not trying to offend anyone, what they stand for, or anything like that. I'm not trying to offend anyone. These are just my thoughts. These are just my opinions. So, again, I'm not trying to offend anyone or anything they stand for. So, again, these are just my opinions. No offense whatsoever. All right. You know, I've had some people tell me about a site, and yes, I have visited said site. I have. Now, again, a lot of people have told me about said site. Now, when I look at the said site, I'm always wondering if on a show, on a morning show or a news broadcast or anything like, say, Today, the CBS Morning Show or Good Morning America or whatever, or the Fox and Friends Morning Show on Fox News, if they're ever going to talk about something like this, if they're ever going to talk about a subject like this, because it's something that it's just something that, to me, I think I would just like to hear other people's opinions on. What I'm talking about is that, well, as we all know, certain premium channels out there like HBO, Cinemax, and even Showtime, and perhaps even the movie channel, but mostly the three that I mentioned, as most of us may know, late at night, these guys have a different block come on the air. Now, this block mainly obtains and mainly airs adult-oriented content. And I mean strong adult-oriented content. I'm not talking about the adult content that you see in a PG-13 movie or a PG movie or an R movie. I'm talking strong adult-oriented content. Not content, but strong adult-oriented content. What I mean is, okay, basically what I mean is eroticness, basically. Most of the movies or the programs that these premium channels have at times, late at night, deal with eroticness. Now, I can understand if it's straight up man on woman kind of deal. That's understandable. And the majority of those movies and series are just that. Some of them have good plots and themes, and some of them have weak plots and themes. But here's a question. That I have. If an erotic television series is supposed to be straight up, if you will, a man and a woman, majority of the time that is, why is it, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people ask this question, anybody that's always wondering about this, whether they like watching this stuff or they don't like watching this stuff, they always have this question of, why is there always sometimes in an erotic television series or a movie, why are there always basically lesbian and gay interactions? In other words, why is there woman on woman? Why is there man on man? Why is that? Why is that always the case? Well, I can't really answer that. I mean, I know honestly, and I thank God for this every day, that a majority of what we see is not man on man. I thank God for that. But I'm sure what a lot of people are wondering, a lot of people ask, and again, I'm hoping one of these talk shows in the near future do a subject on this. I'm just wondering why, besides being majority, man and woman, why is there more woman? Why is there not more, but why is there a good share of woman on woman? That is a question a lot of people always have. A lot of people have this question because, again, like I said at the beginning, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm not trying to offend anyone or anything they stand for or believe in. But a lot of people always have this question. They're always wondering, why in these kind of programs, even though they're late at night, even though they're aired late at night when kids are in bed, and a majority of everybody else is in bed, asleep. Why is there at times a good chunk, not a huge chunk, but a good chunk of woman on woman? Why is that? Why is that? Why do they have to go there? Why can't they just have them kiss on the lips and that's it? Or have long, passionate kisses and that's it and be done with it? Why go to that next level? A lot of people I know ask this question. Even I ask this question. And the only answer I can think of, honestly, folks, is that we're trying to, I guess in a way, it's trying to show equal rights to everybody, which I'm okay with. If you want to give equal rights to everybody, that's okay. Even though there are people out there, because I was part of it, that support things like Prop 8 and all that. I supported it, but I'm a firm believer that everybody deserves equal rights, even though you may not agree with some of those rights. But, at least it's showing that they're giving equal opportunity. But the question is, like I said, that everybody's asked, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have asked, the people that support Prop 8, the people that don't support Prop 8, the people that support some kind of anti-gay and anti-lesbian deal or whatever, or just enjoy, or people that just enjoy watching this stuff to get themselves in the mood. Why is there a decent, not a huge, but a good to decent chunk of woman-on-woman action? Well, it's like I said before. My opinion, I think it's to give everybody equal rights. It's basically to show that everybody is equal. We should basically pander to every base of media, every base of politics. That's the reason. Every base of legislation, every base of law and whatever. That's why we see this kind of stuff. That's why we probably see a good to decent amount of this woman-on-woman action in what supposedly, in my opinion, is supposed to be straight-up man-on-woman erotic televisions or movies. I mean, we even see it, believe it or not, in mainstream media. We all see it in mainstream media. It's true. We see it in mainstream media. We've seen Brokeback Mountain was a huge example. It was a huge hit, but it was a huge example of that. We've seen it in not so successful movies, but very knowledgeable mainstream movies like Wild Things, the original Wild Things film. We've seen it in Jennifer's Body, that movie with Megan Fox. Heck, we've seen it most recently last year and into this year with Black Swan. So yeah, it does, the woman on woman, even the guy on guy thing kind of seeps in there. It seeps in there, but it's to show, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, it's just to show that everybody's being treated equally. Everybody's given a dose of what they want. Yeah, a lot of what I mentioned, a lot of the scenes and stuff that take place in movies like Wild Things, Black Swan, Brokeback Mountain, Jennifer's Body. Yeah, a lot of them have come under attack. A lot of them have come under controversy, and for good reasoning, because these are mainstream films. These are mainstream films, folks. And I don't think anybody would have expected a mainstream film to have that kind of stuff in there. And I'm not saying it won't be the last time you'll see any of that kind of stuff in there, because you're bound to see more of it. And I mean it. You're bound to see more of it. But the question is, folks, and I give this to you, is there, or not is there, but why is there a decent to good amount of lesbian and sometimes gay action and intercourse in erotic televisions and movies? And I also ended by asking you, do you think we'll continue to see lesbian and gay intercourse in mainstream movies and television series? I mean, heck, we even see it as take a look at some of Fox's animated programming, primetime animated programming. Family Guy, Simpsons, American Dad. I mean, come on. I mean, just kissing and all that with women and sometimes guys, but it goes a little far, isn't it? I mean, Archie comics themselves, they have this character called Kevin. They have this comic book character named Kevin, and from what I read, it sounds like he may be gay and he's getting married. So, what's that tell you? So I ask you honestly, I leave you with those questions I've asked. You know, do you think there's a decent to good amount of woman-on-woman lesbian action and man-on-man gay action? And do you think there should be less of it, which I truly believe there should be? I truly believe that. Or do you think we're going to continue seeing more of that kind of stuff enter the mainstream media through movies and television series? I ask you that question, and I leave you with that question. Again, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm not trying to offend anyone or anything they believe in or they stand up for. I'm just asking a question. These are my opinions, and I hope you understand that. And please comment down below. Do a video response if you want to, and I'll talk to you all later.